is the Business of Reselling podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Oman. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 4, Just the Tip. So another short one for you. And today's Just the Tip is going to be about audience building, specifically using an email list to market your eBay or online store. I'm actually planning to do a longer episode that's covering several aspects of audience building. But for this week, I just wanted to give you one actionable thing to try. And the reason for that is because sales are down nearly across the board for basically everybody, it seems, from those that I talk to and for us. So now is the time to nurture the customers you do get and already have and get them to buy more. So before we get started, just a reminder that I will be in Niagara Falls at the very end of July. Niagara Falls on the Canadian side. So if you're listening to this and you're in that area and there's thrift stores you think we should check out or collections you think we should pick, send me an email, hello@storagewarrior.ca, or leave a comment on our YouTube channel and let me know where we should go. We're just there for a couple of days, but we'd love to do a little bit of picking. Second thing, the Boss Reseller Remix is coming up in October in Las Vegas. This is going to be a fantastic conference, networking event, and educational event for online resellers. And yours truly will be doing a session there. So I'm excited to meet you. And if you're interested in checking it out, go to resellerremix.com and grab your tickets. All right, so back to audience building. Let's talk about email marketing specifically. The reason email marketing works so well is because the customers who join your email list are the people who are generally are already happy with the service or product that you've sold them. And so they're much more interested in making a new purchase than somebody who hasn't bought from you before. The customer who already bought from you is what marketers would call warm traffic. So these are people who trust and know you enough to give you their money. So they're more likely to do it again than what marketers would call cold traffic, which is people who have never seen your store or have maybe just seen it for the first time and don't really know if they can trust you as a seller yet. So there's lots of ways to nurture repeat buyers, and eBay has some tools that you should check out if you haven't. I'll talk about those in another episode, but today I'm just going to talk about list building. So that's specifically building an email list of subscribers that you can send messages out to offer them more of your products. So I'll talk a little bit about how we build our list. And I also want to address some of the resistance that a lot of people feel about email marketing and try to sort of move you beyond that. And of course, I've got a great call to action for you at the end. So we have an email list of about 8,500 people. And the way that we build our list is every time somebody makes a purchase from eBay or Etsy or one of our platforms, we connect those platforms with a service called 3D Sellers. There's, I think, other services that do it, but 3D Sellers has worked pretty seamlessly for us. And what 3D Sellers does is it connects to our eBay account and it sends the buyer an email. And the email says like, hey, actually, I'm just going to read out the script. It says, hey, we're JJ and Eddie. Eddie's the dog, by the way, from Storage Warrior. And we saw that you just bought something from us on eBay, Etsy, or maybe even Bonanza. We wanted to say thanks. Your purchase means a lot to us, and we hope you love it. If you landed in one of our stores, there's a good chance you collect stuff. We probably have more stuff like the stuff you bought. If you want, you can sign up for our mailing list at storagewarrior.ca to get the first look at the new stuff we get. It could be comic books, it could be rusty gold, but whatever it is, we guarantee it'll be awesome. Plus, subscribers get a secret code to discounts in all of our stores. If you're an obsessive collector, we've got the goods to scratch your itch, and we hope you'll stay in touch with us. Go ahead and sign up at storagewarrior.ca. We'll be waiting for you. Thanks a mil. So that's the email. And then when people get that email, if they choose to go to the website and sign up for the list, they then receive a small series of emails that are automatically sent out. And those emails tell them more about us, our business, and what we're about, and gives them that secret code to get a discount on future purchases. And then I email them from time to time with information about new collections, auctions, or other noteworthy things that I think they might want to know. So the uptake on these emails, that's the percentage of people who receive them who actually sign up for our list, is about 35%. It's quite high. It's like about 1 in 3 people get this email and they sign up for the list. And over time, they might unsubscribe and they might get sick of us or decide we're not really what they're interested in. And that's totally fine. But the idea here is I'm sending one email and I'm just saying, hey, are you interested in more? And then they are giving their express consent to receive more. And if they say no, they're never going to hear from me again. So when I talk about email marketing, I often get resistance from people. Oh, I hate email marketing. I don't want every company that I visit sending me emails and trying to sell me stuff. And honestly, it can be super annoying, especially when you weren't really interested in making repeat purchases from that company, or they put you on their email list and you didn't sign up for it, or you didn't realize that you signed up for it. So a lot of people don't like email marketing for those reasons, and that's absolutely fine. They might receive that automated email from me via 3D sellers and not sign up, and they don't have to. But 35% of people approximately want to hear from us again because they've enjoyed their experience or loved what they bought. And in those cases, they may sign up. And because they are giving their express consent to be on the list, there is no reason not to send them more emails. And like I said already, if they don't want to receive them, they will simply unsubscribe. Now, occasionally I do get people who get really mad when they're on the email list, and I just kind of laugh about it because I never ever put a single person on an email list without their express consent. They have to go to the website and enter the email themselves. They have to take that action on their own. If they don't, they never get another email. So they had to take that action on their own, but sometimes they get really upset anyway. So there was a message I got just last week from a lady who was on the list, and she said, hi, I buy everything in eBay weekly. Without knowing what you sold me, I can't find you easily. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. I didn't respond to it. And 12 hours later, she sent another message that was in all caps, and it said, please do not market to me anymore. You ruined the eBay private experience. And then 5 minutes after that, do not market to me. I love my purchase, but value my quiet eBay experience. I do not want to manage more unwanted email from you. I hope this is a one-time intrusion and you will leave me alone. And the thing is, like, she won't get another email from me if she simply unsubscribes. So it doesn't bother me that she is mad about the email because she can unsubscribe anytime she wants. It sounds like we're unlikely to have another transaction together. If she can remember what she bought from us, she says she's happy with it. She doesn't want any more. Both of us are absolutely fine with that. It's okay. We don't have to have another interaction. So when people say, oh, I hate when companies send me email, I get it. And that's why we only send that one email post-purchase. And only if they expressly want more are they going to get more. And here's an important thing. This does not violate eBay terms of service. So I do not use my email list to encourage people to purchase things off of eBay. I market to them products that are on eBay. So I'm actually using the email list to push them right back to eBay to make additional purchases. And the only time I ever use the email list to advertise products that we're not selling on eBay is when the items that we're selling were never going to be listed there in the first place. So that's no like things like our online auctions and things like that. The stuff we don't put it on eBay. It's not part of our eBay experience at all. But we do use the email list to talk about it. So this isn't really any different than using a package insert. So a lot of people will use package inserts with a coupon on them or an invitation to join a list or whatever it is. In order to get a repeat purchase, we're just doing that via email instead of via paper. And we never do any email marketing until after a purchase has been made. And yes, people sign up and then they get sick of us, and that's also fine. Every time I send an email out to our list, a few people unsubscribe, and that's all good. We're done. They're no longer interested, and I'm free to continue to focus on people who are. So if this is something you haven't tried before and you're interested in seeing how it works, I'm going to give you an idea of some ways to do it. And it can get a little bit technical, but it's worth the time to sit down and figure it out because marketing to an email list is extremely effective and we get a ton of repeat purchases this way. So there is a newsletter tool within eBay that I personally don't use. I don't use it because I don't have enough control over the messaging or the design. I also don't have like statistics or a lot of data that I can parse from using that list. So there's really not a whole lot I can do with the information that we're given about the people who sign up for the newsletter. In fact, we learn virtually nothing about them. So I don't like it for those reasons, but it is simple and you can try it. But you're not going to know necessarily who you're talking to when you're using that newsletter tool. And it's much harder, of course, to get any dialogue going when you're using this service. So, what you can do and what we do is use a simple landing page or a website to send people to where they enter their email address. And you don't have to have your own website to do this. You don't have to have your own hosting service at all. So, if you don't have that, don't worry. You can create a simple landing page with a service like Lead Pages, and there'll be a link to that in the show notes at the end of this episode. So Lead Pages is just a service that will host a simple landing page for you, and you can connect it to an email marketing service like MailChimp that will collect the email addresses for you and then allow you to market to those people. So MailChimp puts the emails in the database. Lead Pages provides that web page where people can sign up. And then you can customize both of those things to your own branding and messaging if you choose. So if it sounds overwhelming or technical or difficult, the services I'm recommending are some of the simplest ones that I've found. And I used to do a lot of email marketing in the past. And these services have great tutorials that make it a lot easier to set up. So if you want to see how the process works, just go to our landing page and enter your email and sign up for the list. It's okay if you unsubscribe right away. I will not be offended. But allow yourself to get through the process of getting all 3 of the emails in our automated series just to see sort of how our sequence is set up. So you'll get the automated campaign and you can see exactly how we do it. I honestly think we could do it better. I always feel like I need to sit down and tweak it. But we have is working pretty well for us. So you can either go to storagewarrior.ca and enter your email in any of the form fields that are on all the pages on the website, or we have a dedicated landing page at storagewarrior.ca/VIP. It's out of date, but it still works. And you can test it out there as well. So your call to action is to investigate these email marketing services. So investigate MailChimp or similar. There's also ActiveCampaign and a whole bunch of other services, but MailChimp is the one that I've always used and preferred. Lead Pages is a great one for setting up a simple landing page. And you can also incorporate Lead Pages forms into your own website if you have one. So if you haven't tested out email marketing ever, my recommendation is to just go and check out those services and sort of get a sense of how it works, as well as sign up for our list and see how the automated campaign works so you can say, oh, maybe I could find my own version of this and use it for myself. So that's the call to action. Now, if you already have your own email list and you're already doing some of this, then the call to action would be, what can you improve to get more people to sign up, to improve your conversion, or can you improve your messaging in some way? So that's our show. We will see you next week for a full episode on successful reselling during crazy inflation and also why we're ditching Etsy for good. See you next week.